What if the male body is constantly sending signals about something most people completely misunderstand? Not myths, not internet rumors, but actual biological communication that is happening every single day inside the body. The human system is not silent. It is always responding, always adjusting, and always trying to maintain balance. When we talk about male health, most people focus only on surface-level ideas, but the real science goes much deeper. The testes are not just reproductive organs. They are part of a highly sensitive endocrine system that is directly connected to hormones, metabolism, brain function, and physical performance. Testosterone is at the center of this system. It is not just a male hormone in a simple sense. It is a regulatory chemical that influences multiple systems at the same time. It affects muscle protein synthesis, fat distribution, red blood cell production, mood regulation, energy cycles, and even cognitive focus. When testosterone is at a healthy level, the body feels balanced. Energy is stable, recovery is smooth, motivation feels natural, and physical strength improves gradually over time. But when this— Hi guys, my name is Dr. Lee Sung. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Balance starts shifting. The effects do not always appear in a dramatic way. Instead, they appear slowly, in subtle changes that most people ignore. One of the most misunderstood ideas is that male reproductive organs only represent fertility. In reality, they are part of a feedback system. The brain sends signals through hormones. The testes respond by producing testosterone and sperm, and then the entire system adjusts based on internal and external conditions. This means lifestyle plays a major role. Sleep, stress, nutrition, and physical activity are not just general health factors. They are direct regulators of hormone production. When sleep is poor, the body reduces its ability to maintain hormonal balance. When stress is high for long periods, cortisol levels interfere with testosterone signaling. When nutrition is weak, the raw materials needed for hormone synthesis become limited. The result of these combined factors is not immediate failure, but gradual inefficiency. The body starts operating below its optimal level. Energy feels inconsistent. Focus becomes harder to maintain. Physical recovery takes longer than usual. These are not random problems. They are interconnected responses from a system trying to adjust. Fertility is another area where this system becomes visible. The testes produce sperm continuously, but sperm quality is not fixed. It is highly sensitive to internal conditions. Temperature regulation, hormonal balance, oxidative stress, and lifestyle patterns all influence sperm production. Scientific research shows that even small environmental factors can have measurable effects on sperm quality over time. Heat exposure is one of the most studied examples because sperm development requires a slightly lower temperature than core body temperature. This is why the biological design places the testes outside the main body cavity. But fertility should not be viewed in isolation. It is part of a broader biological system. A decline in fertility indicators does not automatically mean permanent damage. In many cases, the body responds positively when conditions improve. This adaptability is one of the most important features of human biology. At the same time, modern lifestyle introduces new challenges that did not exist in the past. Sedentary behavior, constant screen exposure, irregular sleep cycles, processed food consumption, and chronic stress patterns all combine to influence hormonal stability. The body is capable of adaptation, but it requires consistent recovery conditions to function at its best. Another important point is that hormonal changes are not always visible externally. Many people assume that physical appearance alone reflects internal health, but that is not scientifically accurate. Hormone levels can fluctuate within a normal range without visible signs. This is why medical evaluation is always required for accurate assessment rather than assumptions. The brain also plays a major role in this entire system. The hypothalamus and pituitary gland regulate hormone production through signaling pathways. This means psychological state and emotional health directly influence physical biology. When stress or anxiety becomes chronic, it disrupts these signaling pathways, which can indirectly affect testosterone production and overall balance. This connection between mental and physical systems is often underestimated. People tend to separate mind and body, but in reality, they operate as one integrated system. Emotional stress is not just a mental experience. It creates biochemical changes that affect physical performance and hormonal regulation. Physical activity acts as a natural regulator in this system. Regular exercise helps maintain hormonal sensitivity, supports metabolic health, and improves cardiovascular function. However, balance is important. Overtraining without proper recovery can also create stress on the system, which may temporarily disrupt hormonal stability. Nutrition supports the foundation of this entire process. The body requires adequate protein, essential fats, vitamins, and minerals to produce and regulate hormones effectively. Deficiencies do not always create immediate symptoms, but over time they reduce efficiency across multiple systems. Despite all this complexity, one important truth remains consistent. The human body is not fragile in the way people often assume. It is highly adaptive. When given the right conditions, it can restore balance, recover function, and improve performance over time. This is why medical science focuses not only on symptoms, but on patterns. A single change does not define health. A trend over time is what matters. Hormonal systems fluctuate naturally, and these fluctuations are part of normal biological function. Many misconceptions come from overinterpreting normal variations. The internet often amplifies fear-based interpretations of common biological processes. In reality, the body has built-in mechanisms to regulate and stabilize itself unless there is a persistent underlying issue. Understanding this system requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on isolated organs or isolated symptoms, it is more accurate to view the body as a connected network. Every system influences another system. Hormones affect energy, energy affects activity, activity affects metabolism, and metabolism affects hormonal balance again. This circular relationship is what keeps the body functioning as a whole unit. As science continues to study male health, one conclusion becomes clearer. There is no single indicator that defines overall health. It is a combination of lifestyle, biology, environment, and mental state working together. And this is where awareness becomes powerful. Not fear, not assumptions, but awareness. Because once you understand how the system actually works, you stop reacting to myths and start focusing on real factors that improve long-term health. At the end of the day, the goal is not to overanalyze every small change in the body, but to maintain a stable lifestyle that supports natural biological balance. Consistency matters more than intensity. Stability matters more than assumptions. And when all these factors align, sleep, nutrition, stress control, physical activity, and mental balance, the body naturally operates closer to its optimal potential. That is the real science behind male hormonal health, fertility, and performance. If you found this information valuable, make sure to like the video so more people can understand the real science instead of myths. Share it with others who might benefit from it, and subscribe for more evidence-based content where complex biological topics are explained in a simple, practical, and real-world way.